man winter getting you down? Well, hang in there. Today on The Express, we're going to wow you with a little Winterruption. On today's show, Vancouver's popular indie pop band, The Bell Game.
It's seeing something that is nothing turned into an object of beauty.
Revision at Creek House, found materials transformed into amazing art. Juno nominee Bill Kuhn and his tuned-in trio.
This is my favorite part.
And later, Quality Assured Collision Road Trip visits Vancouver Island. See that and more local expression. Welcome to The Express, only on Shaw TV. I'm Johanna Ward. Today we're hosting from Granville Island, which this weekend played host to the 7th annual Winterruption Festival. A chance to take a break from our wet coast winters and enjoy a little sunshine through art and food and music. Up first, it's the Vancouver-based band, The Bell Game, who performed with their friend, Victoria singer-songwriter Aiden Knight.
Hey Robbie, that was great. Let's just do one more and we got it.
Recording a music album is a long, sometimes tedious process, especially with a group this big. But the various members of the Bell Game are enjoying every part of it.
The Bell Game is 6 of us, 6 core members, and then we sometimes branch up to 7 or 8 members, and we make very big, grand, noisy, but sing-alongable music.
We are, I guess, a lot of fun because we're 7 people, so that on a small stage brings a lot of noise and a lot of energy. We also just love playing live, and we love playing in front of audiences, so when we get up there, we just make sure to give it all we got and make a big, fun live show.
And the Bell Game performed live at Winterruption for the first time this year.
Winterruption is great because I think it exposes us to an audience that maybe wouldn't see us. Just playing like a really big, nice room like Performance Works, I think attracts like a different type of crowd, and it's all ages, so that lets some of the kids come out. And we're normally stuck in bars or places where they can't get to us, so I think that's the big thing. And just having a venue with a nice sound system, getting to really put on the show that we kind of have on in our minds is always awesome.
My eyes don't feel alone in the dark.
To play this music with this group of people, it's not going to come around in my life ever again, so that's what keeps me going most of the time. We've become a really tightly knit group of friends, more so family. We bicker a lot here and there.
But there was no bickering today as they recorded their first full-length album, which will be out in September.
With 7 members, we try to be pretty more than we try to be loud. That's kind of our task all the time.
If you're into sort of energy and want to see a performance, then come check us out.
In Vancouver, I'm Kendall Harris for The Express.
Can you see my breath? It's not just rainy and windy out here, it's cold too. Anyway, the website is thebellgame.com for upcoming concert information and to find out about their current album, Sleep to Grow. You're watching The Express, and today's show is all about Winterruption. But it's not just about music, there's also art and food. And coming up, we're going to show you some amazing recycled art at Revision and try a special tasting menu at Edible Canada. But since this festival is put on by the Coastal Jazz Society, music's a huge part of it, including Juno nominee Bill Kuhn and his trio.
It may be cold outside, but this Latin jazz trio is heating things up.
Latin music has a bit of a sunny quality to it, so we're going to make it sunny and warm.
A very fitting performance for the Winterruption Festival on Granville Island, which is all about beating the winter blues.
This particular trio was put together especially for this performance, and it focuses on Latin music, different types of Brazilian music and how that relates to jazz.
The 3 musicians, including drummer Nino De Pasquale, say they like the transparency that comes with performing in a trio.
Each instrument is on a kind of an equal footing. That's kind of a neat way to play.
It really gives the guitar player a lot of freedom, and it gives each member of the trio a lot of freedom. They can really express themselves, and they have space to express themselves. And There's no piano player there where I have to sort of negotiate with the piano player. I can just play a lot or a little bit. Not as full, perhaps, as a bigger band. There's a lot of transparency to the music.
It gives you lots of opportunity for expression. There's kind of an open feeling to it, so it gives you an opportunity to be a little more conversational with your improvisation.
And after the performance is over, this crowd will have had their first taste of summer.
That's the hope. Yeah, that's the hope. It's like this bridge between the doldrums of winter and you know, the spring, which is coming hopefully very soon.
I'm Bianca Salterbeck in Vancouver for The Express.
Bill Kuhn recently worked with hip-hop artist Chaos, which led to several other string recording projects, including a TV documentary, Burning to Shine. You're watching The Express, and we have more from Winterruption at Granville Island coming up.
Throw in all your ingredients.
Winterruption's winter menu. That would make even Chef Gordon Ramsay proud.
Well, I saw these people throwing away all these fire extinguishers, and I thought it'd be a good idea to recycle fire extinguishers and make fun art of it.
Revision at Creek House. Recycled art with comedy, quality, and commentary.
So those are actually doorknobs, glass doorknobs?
The Express, only on Shaw TV.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by...
The Express is brought to you in part by Plum, fashion supplier to host Johanna Ward. Join Mana Mansour on Pacific Centre's West Coast Style as she examines the ethos of what we wear. West Coast Style reflects a love of nature, travel, and adventure. Pacific Centre's West Coast Style, exclusively on Shaw TV.
I'm an island girl, but Vancouver's definitely home. I think home is where your happy place is. That's what I love about The Express. We meet people who are passionate about what they do. And we're not pretending to be something we're not. We're just celebrating who we really are.
Welcome to The Express. I'm Johanna Ward. Today's show is all about you. Welcome back to The Express at Granville Island. It's pretty chilly out here, and as you can see, it's pretty wet. You're probably wondering why I'm standing outside in the cold then, instead of enjoying the warm winter soul food flavors at Edible Canada's special tasting menu for Winterruption. Actually, I'm wondering the same thing.
Delicious, simple comfort food. In Canada, it's synonymous with winter cuisine. And for Edible Canada chef Tom Lee, it's why he does what he does.
Something casual, but great food. Something non-pretentious, while in an atmosphere which you can wear from a suit to flip-flops if you would like.
Today, Tom is making a comfort food essential, mac and cheese, but he's adding some serious Pacific Northwest flavor, fresh lobster tail, and 3 big flavored cheeses.
Bechamel, which is a classic French preparation with a roux and some milk. And then you heat that up with some pasta, throw in all your ingredients, from your lobster to your onions to your bacon, and heat that up. And then at the end, toss in your cheeses, let that melt, put it in a bowl. We're gonna use a blowtorch today, melt a little more cheese, and put some breadcrumbs and top it off with our famous lobster oil that we sell here at the store. How many portions of salmon do we have today?
Crafting casual yet tasty creations is something Tom has mastered after years of working with some of Europe's top chefs, most notably Gordon Ramsay and his 3 Michelin star flagship restaurant Gordon Ramsay.
These guys love food, period. And the amount of ingredients that you get and the amount of time and effort that it takes to prep these items, working 18 hours a day.
To communicate with each other.
Okay.
And you're not. Just let me know.
Despite his passion for perfection, Tom says Gordon isn't quite as intense as he is on TV.
Can't win in here, so he set the place on fire.
He's a very driven man. He wanted perfection, but outside of work, he is one of the nicest, caring guy I've ever met in my life.
For the TV chef's influence on Tom is best seen in his cooking, teaching him to always put flavor first.
You know, just bring it back to basics. Let the food shine.
I'm Tim Chung in Vancouver for The Express.
Tom's favorite local restaurant, L'Abattoir in Gastown. And for more information on Tom and his yummy creations, you can go to ediblecanada.com. You're watching our Express special on Winterruption, a chance to feel your spirits lifted during this wet, and cold winter season. You know, art plays a huge role in the Winterruption Festival, and here at Granville Island year-round. There's a special exhibition coming up in the summer, The Art of Recycling, and we got a preview at Winterruption. It's Revision at the Creek House, your imagination in 3D.
It's seeing something that is nothing turned into an object of beauty.
Carl Anderson is one of the artists exhibiting at Revision at Creek House. Rain or shine, he's happy with the variety the outdoor venue brings.
The neatest thing about this entire facility is being able to put up the art in a different situation. So it's not on a column, it's not on a white wall, it's mounted in real-world situations and where people can interact with it or see it. And some of it you have to look for.
Like the musical fountain, or the bench made of skis. And with some of the works like Janet Leigh's Bag Lady Bouquet and Bag Lady's Garden, you're made to look even closer.
Well, I wanted to choose a medium that was in need of recycling.
Her flowers are made of plastic shopping bags.
I had artists collecting from all over the world.
Collected from Japan, Europe, and of course Vancouver, the petals tell their own story.
When I made the flowers, I tried to keep some of the logos exposed so that people could see where they had come from. They were more distinguishable.
Well, I powder coat them and I clean them up and powder coat them and mount them on old bicycle spots.
For artist Ron Simmer, the commentary comes with comedy.
Well, I saw these people throwing away all these fire extinguishers and I thought it'd be a good idea to recycle fire extinguishers and make fun art of it.
Red rocking dog, hot metal bouquet, sitting side by side with the cityscape.
It sort of fits with the industrial theme here. If you want to call the cement plant an industrial sort of installation, I guess, you know. I guess it is. Like the harbor's full of cranes, that's kind of an industrial kind of installation too, isn't it, you know?
The other intention with Revision at Creek House, to reuse as much of the parts as possible.
So those are actually doorknobs, glass doorknobs.
Carl's creepy crawly Centipedis and Crystal Cat are made from repurposed glass wall sconces, and gave imaginative birth to his other works on display.
I had pieces left, and then I started playing with how those pieces could turn into humans, or human-like figures, and consequently the droids.
Carl, Janet, and Ron all belong to the Art of Recycling Society, a group of artists that use their creativity to create awareness around the issues of sustainability and reusability.
It's the fun side of showing that what people think of as junk and trash can actually be very beautiful and can actually be recommissioned, if you'd like, or redone into something that people like.
In Vancouver, I'm Johanna Ward for The Express.
The website is revisiontheartofrecycling.com, and the juried art exhibition happens through the months of June and July 2012 here on Granville Island. Features small-scale and large-scale works, plus a wearable art fashion show. You're watching The Express, and it feels like we are hosting from a monsoon, doesn't it? But you know what Katy Perry says, after the hurricane comes a rainbow. And this is what we've got coming up.
Our whole mandate is about the preservation of wooden boats.
Quality Assured Collision Road Trip sets sail with the Cowichan Wooden Boat Society.
This is my favorite part.
Winterruption heats up the stage at Granville Island. The Express. We are your local voice.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by
hairstyling and color services for Shaw TV, provided by The Lounge Hair Studio, loungehairstudio.com.
Almost 4.5 million Canadians live with arthritis. It's a leading cause of pain and disability. Arthritis strikes young and old alike, and the burden of illness takes an enormous toll. The Canadian Arthritis Network is a not-for-profit organization that funds research and connects today's players in arthritis research. We're all working together so that today's arthritis research becomes tomorrow's cure. For more information, please visit arthritisnetwork.ca.
Welcome back to the Express at Granville Island. What do you think of this weather? Does it have you dreaming of summer? Because I certainly am. And every summer here at Granville Island, they play host to the Wooden Boat Festival. But it's not the only place to see those handcrafted works of art. On today's Quality Assured Collision road trip, we're hopping a ferry to the Cowichan Bay Maritime Centre to set sail on a little blast from the past.
Travel along with us as we explore the many marvelous attractions and activities of beautiful British Columbia on the Quality Assured Collision road trip.
Cowichan Bay on Vancouver Island is known for its gorgeous waterfront, quaint stores, and eclectic food. But adding to this uniqueness is its history and heritage. And nothing embodies that more than the Cowichan Bay Maritime Centre. That's where we're heading on today's road trip.
The Maritime Centre is a non-profit society, and our whole mandate is about the preservation of wooden boats. And the society is actually 25 years old this year, come June, so it's kind of exciting to be around for 25 years and still preserving wooden boats.
Situated halfway between Nanaimo and Victoria, this open-air museum has a 350-foot-long pier that houses 3 different pods.
And each one has a different display in it. One shows the early history of the area, including First Nations people. The second building has some different styles of boat building. And it also has a little booth where kids can build little wooden boats.
This is my favorite part.
The third one has a bunch of old engines on display, and the last one out here has a bunch of model boats that people can look at.
The Maritime Centre also offers boat building classes and the opportunity to fix your own boat. Janet Wiley has been a member of the centre for close to 3 years, and she's enjoying the chance to work on her boat, Vesta, with the help of the centre.
She has a wonderful history. She was a working fish boat all her life in the Ladysmith area, and the Maritime Centre put a lot of effort into rebuilding it. It came in at the end of her working years and had drums on it and everything, and they stripped it out and rebuilt the deck and a lot of the cabin, and yeah, so they brought it back to life.
There is a lot of work in keeping a wooden boat going, of course, especially if you start off with an old one. There are boats that have come in here which have been, well, almost rotting hulks, and they've been rejuvenated, rebuilt, and now out there cruising around. And that's fantastic. It's the ultimate in recycling.
This centre has been undergoing major renovations for the past year to make room for more community space, and it's finally open.
We were fortunate to successfully get a grant from the government, and we added on a 1,800 square foot timber frame building, which is absolutely beautiful. It's all made out of wood. It's all put together with white oak pegs, so there's no nails in the building, which is really neat.
This gem in the middle of Cowichan Bay supports several festivals all year round, and it's the ultimate destination for those who seek a taste of heritage mixed with the wonderful ocean breeze. For Quality Assured Collisions Road Trip, I'm Dunia Tozy.
Entertaining and informative, the Quality Assured Collision road trip. Weekends on Shaw TV. Always something new and exciting.
Kind of interesting to think that that centre used to be a Chevron fueling station until the 50s. In the mid-80s, it was adopted by the Cowichan Bay Wooden Boat Society that turned it into the centre it is now. And for more information on events they have coming up, you can go to their website. For other things happening around town, well, you've got today's Express Spotlight.
The Naughty Improv musical at Granville Island unfolds your wildest dreams where anything is possible. The audience takes the reins in this no-holds-barred show. Get a taste of some of the best produce BC has to offer at the Granville Island Farmers Market. Located at Triangle Square, you can shop for all your local fresh ingredients. Intimate Apparel tells the story of an independent African-American woman who makes a good living sewing exquisite undergarments and corsets for brides-to-be. But she yearns for more.
And that's it for today's Express from Granville Island for our special on the Winterruption Festival. We're going to leave you with more sights and sounds from that. Thanks for watching the Express, only on Shaw TV.